Hi, welcome to another episode of 2 Minutes with Terry. So far, we've talked about renting versus owning. We've talked a little bit about what your house would look like if you did decide to buy a house. And we talked a little bit about how you're going to pay for it. I'm going to go into a little more detail today on how we're going to pay for it. The chances are pretty well established that you're going to be borrowing money to do it, which means it'll be a bank or a credit union or a savings loan, as we talked about before. But I said start gathering up information at the end of the last episode. Now I want to go a little more detail about that. You're going to need things like W-2s or 1099s for the last 2 years. You're going to need things like income tax returns for the last 2 years. You're going to need to do a list of all your creditors, all your bank accounts, all your loan accounts with loan numbers in order to give this to what's ultimately called an underwriter that's going to say, well, okay, yeah, we can apply for this amount of money, but we can only get this amount of money, or we want to buy this amount of house, and we certainly can pay more than we want to pay because we're qualified to do that. So when you start gathering this stuff up, I can make a list of everything. I mean, from your utilities down to whoever your current loans are with, down to if you have student loans, to if you have you're trying to put money away for your kids for college, or you're trying to put money away for yourself to get a down payment together. I mean, you can own a house these days for less than 3.5%, really, in some cases, and you can be a homeowner. The key then is going to be, okay, how much do we want to pay? And if you gather up this information, because you're going to be submitting it to a complete stranger, and they're going to basically let you know if you're worthy or not, but the better prepared you are at the time of that submission of you as a qualified borrower, better off you're going to be. So anything that you could think about that's part of your life, get it on paper, get the account numbers, get the addresses, put it all down, and then we'll be ready to move on to the next step. Again, thanks a lot for joining in today. If I can help you, please feel free to do so at the end of the information below, and be well. Talk to you next time.